Hi, I'm Julian. Welcome to Johny Think YouTube channel. Everyday English class. ඉතින් සාදරයෙන් පිළිගන්නවා ඔයගොල්ලෝ හැමෝම Johny Think English class එකට. உங்கள் அனைவரையும் மிகவும் அன்போடு வரவேற்கின்றேன் Johny Think ஆங்கில வகுப்பிற்கு. So, we are going to learn English. We are not going to learn a different language. So, we want to learn English. If we want to learn English, we have to visualize in English, right? So we have to think in English, we have to read English books, we have to do everything in English. අපි ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙන ගන්න එනවා නම් අපි හැමදේම ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තුවක් තියෙනවා. වෙන භාෂාවක් භාවිතා කරන්නේ නැතුව ඉංග්‍රීසි භාෂාව තමයි පාවිච්චි කරන්න ඕනේ. ඉතින් நாங்கள் அனைவரும் ஆங்கிலம் கற்போமாயின் நாங்கள் ஆங்கிலத்திலேயே தான் அனைத்தையும் யோசிக்க வேண்டும். ஆகவே ஆங்கிலத்தில் அனைத்தையும் செய்வதற்கு முயற்சிப்போம். So let's learn in English. How are we going to learn? So today I am going to talk in English, which will make all of you to understand in a very easy method. So I am not going to use difficult words. I think ලොකු වචන බර වචන පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ මම පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ සහැල්ලු ඉංග්‍රීසි වචන. එතකොට ලොකුවට ඉංග්‍රීසි කාර්යයක් වගේ අපි කතා කරන්නේ මෙතන පොඩියට අපි පාවිච්චි කරනවා. ඉතින් ඔයගොල්ලන් තේරුම් ගත හැකි විදිහට අපි අද පාවිච්චි කරන්න යන වචන. We are going to learn about in on at. Position ස්ථානගත, where we keep something. යම් කිසි දෙයක් කොහෙද තියන්නේ මොකක් උඩින්ද තියලා තියෙන්නේ ඒ වගේ දෙයක්. Sthane, location, kale, time, transportation. We are going to use preposition for these kind of places, these kind of situations. So let's see how are we going to use in, on, at for these kind of situations and these kind of places and these kind of positions and the transportation like kind of words, like sentences. How are we going to use in a proper way? කොහොමද හරියාකාරව මේක පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ? So let's go to the step 1, position. What is this position? මොකද්ද මේ position? Oh, my phone is in my bag. මගේ bag එකේ තියෙන phone එක. bag එකේ phone එක තියෙන. So it's inside the bag, right? My phone is in my bag. So let's see the other sentence. A bottle of water is in my bag. Yeah, a bottle of water is in my bag. A bottle of water is in my bag. It's inside the bag. It's not outside the bag. So when you are writing a sentence, you have to think how are you going to write it. Whether it's inside the bag or it's outside the bag. So you have to imagine or you have to think it in a proper way. හරියාකාරව හිතලා තමයි මේ preposition එක use කරන්න ඕනේ. bag එක ඇතුලේද, bag එක එළියේද, bag එක උඩින්ද ඒක බලලා තමයි මේ in on එක දාන්න ඕනේ. ඉතින් inside තියෙනවා නම් ඒක in වෙනවා. Let's see the next one. A sandwich is in my bag. A sandwich is in my bag. And the next one. My husband is waiting in the car. My husband, මගේ ස්වාමි පුරුෂයා කාර් එකේ ඉන්නවා. Some people කාර් එකේ බලන් ඉන්නවා කියලා කියනවා. So my husband is waiting in the car. මගේ ස්වාමි පුරුෂයා කාර් එකේ ඉන්නවා. He's waiting in the car. Waiting. So when you go to a library, when you are in a library, you need to be quiet. When you go to a library, when you are in a library, you need to be quiet. We'll see the next one. We are going to use on පාවිච්චි කරන්න. A laptop is on my desk. Laptop එකක් මගේ මේස උඩ තියෙනවා. A laptop is on my desk. And the next one. A lamp is on my desk. A lamp. What's a lamp? ලාම්පුවක් මගේ මේස උඩ. A lamp. A coffee is on my desk. A coffee is on my desk. Right? A coffee. You know what is a coffee? So a coffee is on my desk. So dear children, if you want to learn in English, you have to listen everything in English. Then you can practice it by listening it. So you don't use the other languages. If you try to use it, you will be unable to learn it properly. So you have to learn everything in English, then you can easily communicate in English. You can talk in English, you can read in English, you can do everything in English, but you have to think everything. Try to visualize in English. So ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් කතා කරන්න, ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් හැමදේම කරන්න ඕන නම් ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් හිතන්න ඕන. හැම වෙලෙම අනිත් භාෂාවල් පාවිච්චි කරන්න එපා. ඒකයි මම ගොඩක් ඉංග්‍රීසි පාවිච්චි කරන්න try කරන්නේ ඔයගලන්ට. At. How to use at? When do we use at? We use at when you are speaking about location and there is an activity. අපි at use කරන්නේ location කොහේ හරි තැනක් ගැන නැත්නම් මොකක් හරි ක්‍රියාවක් ගැන කතා කරද්දී අපි at කියන එක පාවිච්චි කරනවා. අපි බලමු. I did a lot at work today. The activities I was working. මොකක්ද activity එක? I was working. මම කිසි ක්‍රියාවක් මොකක්ද ක්‍රියාව? මම වැඩ කරනවා. වැඩ කරන ගමන් හිටියා. I was working. I did a lot at work. මම ගොඩක් වැඩ මගේ වැඩේදී මම ගොඩක් වැඩ කරා. So I did a lot of work today. I was at the gym for 3 hours. So what was the activity for working out? What was the activity working out? The activity is working out, exercising. Doing some activity like working out. We do exercises. That's what we mean working or exercising. So if we go to the gym, we don't do something else. We are just going to do some working out, or we are going to do exercising. No, we are not going to go and sit and chat about somebody. We are not going to talk about someone. We are not going to have a lunch. Yeah, we are going to the gym to do some work. No, yeah. So I was at the gym for gym making. පැය 3ක් හිටියා. පැය 3ක් විතර හිටියා. So my son is at school. මගේ පුතා පාසලේ. What's the activity? ඉතින් පුතා පාසලේ නේ මොකද එයා කරපු activity? He's studying. Oh, ඉගෙන ගන්නවා. Oh, he's learning. He's studying. He's learning. So let's see the next. At means an activity in general. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් අපි කරන ක්‍රියාව. In. We is literally inside. It's inside, right? In means inside, right? An activity in general. So at. So let's. I see you at the cafe. Cafe anyway. I just put it like that. No, I see you at the cafe. I'll see you at the cafe. It could be in, or it could be out. I see you in the cafe. If someone says in the cafe, it's obvious. You go inside. Now we put I see you in the cafe. It's inside the cafe. You go inside. Step 2. Location. What's the location? We'll see. Stania. In. We can use in for countries, cities, neighborhoods and areas. Such like countries. I live in England. I live in England. Cities. My sister is in Paris. My sister is in Paris. I grew up in Lunagala. I grew up in Lunagala. It's an area. Right? I grew up in Lunagala. So we use for the parts like I'm from in the east, it's in the north, in the west, in the south. I think දිශාවල් ගැන කතා කරනකොට in the north, in the east, in the west, in the south. You can say like this. Again, in the north, in the east, in the west, in the south. So we will be looking into this deeply in the next class. How to write sentences. We see some more and more. If you are going somewhere, used to. If you are going somewhere, if we say I'm going to Canada, you can't say I'm going in Canada. You can't say I'm going to Canada. You can't say I'm going off on. No, I'm going to Canada. Man Canada out here. I'm going to Canada. Okay. How do we use on? Streets and roads. We use streets and roads. There's a great Chinese restaurant on Park Street. Park Street take Chinese restaurant at There is a great Chinese restaurant on Park Street. I used to travel on Candy Road. Mama Candy Pari tamai gaman karana. I used to travel. But if you have a specific address, you need to use at. You think specific yamkisi address එකක් තියෙනවනේ. ලිපිනයක් හරියාකාර ලිපිනයක් තියෙනවනේ. අපි at use කරන්න. You need to use at. I live at 15 Candy Road, Gampala. I live at 15 Candy Road. Step 3. Time velawa. In centuries, I love reading books set in the 1800s. So I think all of you know what centuries. I love reading books set in the 1800s, in the 20th century. I love reading books set in the 1800s. Decades. You use for decades like 1980s, 1990s, ekda samse 90 ගණන් වල, ekda samse 80 ගණන්, 70 ගණන්, 60 ගණන් වල. I think music in the 1970s was the best. Why is it wrong? 70 ගණන් වල තිබිච්ච music තමයි හොඳම කියලා. So, say like that. I think music in the 1970s was the best. I was born in 1994. Yes, I was born in 1994. Months. My birthday is in January. My birthday is in January. So we use in for afternoon and morning. I go to the gym in the afternoon. I go to the market in the morning. So you have to say it more and more. When you say the same sentence, you can learn a lot of things. Some children don't do. They just read it and they leave the book and they go and sleep. Others they go to play. Some people, even the big people, also do that same thing. So I go to the gym in the afternoon. I go to the market in the morning. Seasons. My family always goes on holiday in summer. My family always goes on holiday in summer. So dear children, if you want to learn English, you have to think always in English. I am just repeating for you all to understand. But I don't want to use a big English word. So I'm trying my best to lower down the level and go according to your knowledge. So let's see if there is any difficulties. You all can put a comment. යම් කිසි අමාරුවක් තියෙනවා නම් ඉංග්‍රීසියේ තේරුම් ගන්න හැකියාවක් නැහැ කියලා මට කමෙන්ට් එකක් දාන්න. එතකොට we can discuss about this. My family always goes on holiday in autumn. Oh, my family always goes on holiday in autumn. My family always goes on holiday in autumn. It's a season. So what's autumn? You know what's autumn. Next one, I don't want to mention those in Sinhala. You all have to learn. If not, you just use the dictionary. Otherwise, I will be mentioning it in the next class in Sinhala also. I will put some vocabulary words in Sinhala and English meaning in the next class. My family always goes on holiday in winter. My family always goes on holiday in winter. So holiday, you know what's the meaning of holiday? What's the meaning of family? Always. Alright? My family always goes on holiday in spring. My family always goes on holiday in spring. So we use in for future start. I am going on holiday in 5 days. Man dawas pahakin niwadu yana. The season starts in 20 minutes. The lesson, sorry, not the season. The lesson starts in 20 minutes. The season, not that this. I just told it in a different, in a wrong way. So this lesson starts in 20 minutes. In 6 months, I am moving to Italy. In 6 months, I am moving to Italy. Mama Italy වලට මාස 6න් යනවා. මම මාරු වෙලා යනවා එතනට. ස්ථානගත වෙනවා. On අපි සති දවස් වලට දාන days of the week. On Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Thursday, on Friday, on Saturday, on Sunday. Alright? So I will be mentioning a lot of prepositions in the next video, so you all can write it down and with the Sinhala meaning එක preposition එකේ ගොඩාක් අර්ථයත් එක්කම vocabularies ගොඩාක් දානවා ඔයගොල්ලෝ preposition එක use කරන vocabularies එක්ක. so ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ඒවා ලියාගෙන පාඩම් කරගෙන කටපාඩම් නෙවෙයි නිකන් පාඩම් කරගෙන කියවගෙන ඒක බලන්න. Faced with the word day. Word day කියන එක. It's a special day. We are using a day. What are you doing on Valentine's? Valentine's දවස කියන්නේ තාම වැදගත් දවස. It's a lovely day, right? What are you doing on Valentine's Day? Valentine's දවසේ ඔය මොනවද කරන්නේ? What doing you like doing on a rainy day? What doing you like doing on a rainy දවසක මොනවා කරනවටද ඔය කරන්න කැමති? ඔය මොනවා කරනවටද කැමති? What doing you like doing on free? දවසේ වහින දවසේ ඔය මොනවා කරනවටද ඔය කැමති? ඒකයි doing. What doing you like doing on a rainy day? So you have to read it many times, then only you can get it. Right? Dates on the 21st of January. On Friday the 21st. On the 21st of January. On Friday. So we use at specific clock time. I will meet you at 1 o'clock. I will meet you at 2 o'clock. I'll meet you at 3 o'clock. I'll meet you at 8:30. I will meet you at 8:30. Night. Normally we use night at. I don't sleep very well at night. I don't sleep very well at night. For normally you remember we use for morning, in the afternoon, but at night. Okay? So we also say at noon, 12 o'clock. Alright? So just remember it. The next one. The step 4, transportation. How we use? In a car, in a taxi, in a truck. Why do we say if you are in a car or taxi you can't move, you have to sit there? ඉතින් මම in a car කියන්නේ ඔය in a car විදියොත් ඔයා කාර් එක ඇතුළට ගියම ඔයාලට ඇවිදින්න හෝ හෙට මෙහෙට දඟලන්න වැඩිය බෑ. හරිද? හිට ගන්න බෑනේ. මේ ඔයාලට හිට ගන්න බෑ. ට්‍රක් එකේ වුණත් ඉස්සරහින් හිට ගන්න බෑ. අපි ට්‍රක් එකේ පිටිපස්සේ යන්නේ නැහනේ. වැඩිම ට්‍රක් එකේ තියෙන අපි වාඩි වෙලා යන්න තැන. So ඒකේ හිටගෙන එහෙම හෙට මෙහෙට දඟලන්න බෑ. ඒක අපි we use in. So let's see. In a car, in a taxi, in a truck. I'm in a car, I'm in a taxi, I'm in a truck. The next one. So see this. Image එක බලන්න. මේ photo එක බලන්න. And imagine yourself. How to imagine? You are on a bus. බස් එකේ හිටගෙන යන්න පුළුවන් හින්දා අපි on එක හිටගෙන ඉන්න පුළුවන්. නේ ඒක උඩින් ඉන්න පුළුවන් බස් එකේ. කියන්නේ ඇතුළේ උඩින් කියලා තියෙනවා. ඉන්න පුළුවන්. On a plane එකෙත් හිටගෙන ඉන්න පුළුවන්. Train ඒකෙත් හිටගෙන එහෙට මෙහෙට ඇවිදින්න පුළුවන්. Ship එකෙත් පුළුවන්. ඉතින් bike එකේ නම් on a bike තමයි. Bike එකේ තමයි යන්න පුළුවන්. In bike එක ඇතුළට යන්න බෑ. So on bike. You are in a car, in a taxi, in a helicopter. Helicopter so you can't stand. It's not a place that you can stand. Right? It's not a big place. So truck also, in a truck, right? So on a train, on a plane, on a boat, on a ship. When you are talking about a specific instance of taking or using transport, use on or in. For trains, buses, boats and planes, use on. Because you might say, for example, I am on the plane now. For this type of transportation you can walk around, so you are on. You can walk around because you can walk here and there, you can stand and do anything, but you can't walk when you're inside a car, right? Because you can't stand out, so you don't have space. ඔයාලා කාර් එක ඇතුලේ හිට ගන්න වාඩි ඇවිදින්නෙම ඉන්න නෑ. අපි බස් එකේ ප්ලේන් එකේ එවෙන් පුළුවන්. So you can walk on a bus, but you can't walk on a car. So my dear children, I think you would have learned a lot of things about this prepositions, and මේ preposition ගැන ගොඩක් දේවල් ඉගෙන ගන්න නැති. අපි ඊළඟ ක්ලාස් එකේ තවත් දේවල් ඉගෙන ගමු. තව prepositions ගොඩක් තියෙනවා. සිංහල meaning එකක් එනවා. දැන් මේකේ මම මේකේ ගොඩක් ඉංග්‍රීසි යූස් කරේ. ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ ඉංග්‍රීසි දැනුම වැඩි දියුණු කරගන්න. So ළමයි මම මේක වැඩියෙන්ම කරන්නේ දුප්පත් සහ ඉංග්‍රීසි ගොඩාක්ම දන්නේ නැති ළමයින්ට උදව්වක් වශයෙන්. So මේක බලාගෙන මේක පුළුවන් තරම් ඔළුවට අරගන්න. එතකොට ඔයගලන්ට තේරෙන්නේ නැති ඒවා කමෙන්ට් එකක් දාන්න. මේක තේරුන්නේ නැහැ සර්, මේක තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ, මට මේක පොඩ්ඩක් කියලා දෙන්න. එතකොට මම ඔයගලන්ට WhatsApp නම්බරේ දානවා. ඔයගලන්ට මගේ ෆ්‍රී ක්ලාස් එකට ජොයින් වෙලා ඉගෙන ගන්න පුළුවන්. මම කිසිම මුදලක් මගේ ක්ලාස් වල ගන්නෙ නෑ. සෝ මම ක්ලාසස් කරනවා. ෆ්‍රී ක්ලාස් ජොයින් වෙන කෙනෙක් මේකේ ජොයින් වෙලා ඉගෙන ගන්න පුළුවන්. ඉතින් හැමෝටම සුබ දවසක්. ඊළඟ සෙග්මන්ට් එක හම්බෙමු. සුබ දවසක් ආයිබෝන් හැමෝටම.